Hey, how's it going, people of the internet? My name is Creation, and today in this video I wanted to talk to you guys about some information that I recently discovered regarding Battlefield Hardline. Now, previously there has been much controversy over this new Battlefield because how similar it felt to Battlefield 4. But Visceral Games came out and said that of course they're going to feel similar. Battlefield 4 and Battlefield Hardline are both built on the same game engine, Frostbite 3. But what if I told you that Battlefield Hardline and Battlefield 4 just doesn't share a similar game engine, but Battlefield Hardline is a professional modification of Battlefield 4? Would you believe me? You probably would. But earlier this year, a quality assurance tester took to Reddit to leak new information about Battlefield Hardline. At the time, it was called Project Omaha or Havana. Games, when they are being developed, are called all sorts of type of stuff. But he took to Reddit and his post was buried. Man, internet, you really know how to pick the good ones. But I totally understand why his post was buried. There wasn't much proof behind it except his word, and at the time it was pretty early to decide whether his post had any legitimacy, because on the internet you can be anyone. But everything this guy has said so far has come true. He has leaked multiple vehicle and map concepts, so what he says is most likely true, and I personally believe that it has a great amount of credibility. So I'm going to read you a post that he made quite a while back. I ask that you hear the full story before raising your pitchforks. So here's the quote. Project Omaha just got a new name in the latest builds, which I forgot already. Currently it looks and acts just like Battlefield 4. The executable is still called BF4.exe. It's a complete fork of Battlefield 4. That is coming from a quality assurance tester, someone who plays the game early to make sure it fits player standards and that the game is not broken. And you may ask, where was the quality assurance for Battlefield 4? Well, they were there, but the devs did not get to all the bugs in time for release, or they were just simply ignored and marked as fixed. So now you have all the answers that you already knew. Battlefield Hardline is a mod of Battlefield 4, and Battlefield 4 was rushed. But I want to play devil's advocate because I don't entirely think that this is a bad thing. Yes, it's pretty nasty that Battlefield 4 launched the way it did, but should we really be taking out our frustration on the next Battlefield series? Because I believe if this was Bad Company 3 that was coming out this year, many would not mind that it was a modification of Battlefield 4. So I want to hear you guys' thoughts about this. Is it alright for game developers to sell modifications of their game? Because that is what Visceral is essentially aiming to do here. They have taken the final build of Battlefield 4 and essentially modified it to make their new game. Now, I'm not sure how long this modification have taken, or can you consider it a whole new game, but that's really up to you guys to decide, and I hope you guys do make your decision wisely and actually play the betas that Visceral does roll out occasionally. At the end of the day, if a game is fun, you should buy it, and if it's not, or if you don't like the theme, I would say stay away from it. Battlefield 4, for me, it's starting to become a very great game. I've been playing CTE recently and I have enjoyed it more than ever. So you're not going to miss much with Battlefield Hardline because Battlefield 4 is its core gameplay. But I will give it to Visceral Games for taking in a lot of the community's feedback. That is something that they have done very well, and I hope that they actually put it into the game. And it looks like everything that's going into the community test environment is also going over the Hardline. So I believe the game is going to be pretty fun, and it's also going to work on day one, and we'll all be boarding in pretty soon. Boarding, snowboarding, snowboards in Final Stand. So this same guy has leaked other information about the Final Stand DLC, and it looks like snowboards are going to be introduced into Final Stand. Now we're not sure if it's going to be a vehicle or it's going to be a gadget, but all we know right now is that they're there. Maybe it's going to be placed around strategically in certain parts of the maps to get down to a certain objective faster. But if you're like me, you would have personally liked to see snowmobiles. They can also go uphill. I mean, like, DICE, all they had to do is simply just copy the jet ski and put some tracks on it and make it roll. So yeah, most likely we will see all sorts of types of equipment in Final Stat. I'm pretty sure they're not all snow maps. So yeah, I would love to hear your thoughts on anything that I talked about today. Feel free to leave a rating on the video and subscribe if you want to stay up to date with Battlefield 4, Hardline, pretty much everything now. I'll see you guys later. Stay creative.